Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. State alum, Jay Ajayi, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. And taken right on the 30. A second nice move. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. They go play action here on 1st down. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. A play fake, now Kelly. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
To throw is Kelly. Throwing on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles Harris, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And here's Marshall. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 12 carries, 135 yards. Big game.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd down, that's Ford. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Kelly. It's complete to Grant. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Dolphins are going to get a 1st down. Now Kelly. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Keith Marshall with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And Cooks has it over the middle. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Garoppolo now. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Now whistles as time has run out on this first quarter. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run with Marshall. Shifts past him at the 45. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Gun. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Detroit. Now let's go. Detroit.
Kelly back to the air on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
That score is not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go now.
They run with Ajayi. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, with the identity map to go out the window. They've got
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Ndamukong Suh coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Marshall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a first down throw, Kelly. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. They run again with Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
Yeah, I think you're right, partner. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the 10-yard line. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This is Marshall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On second down, Kelly. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Let's go.
Here's Kelly throwing on 3rd and long. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Now Kelly. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
All right, here we go. Watching now, Barney.
Now Kelly to throw again. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Forced out to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Kelly now throwing on 4th down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
They know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So the two teams will head to the locker room. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? Just got thrown off? He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now Kelly. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Play action, it's Kelly. Sliding out of the pocket. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here we go now. 3-19. No. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Good. Check.
To throw is Kelly. Off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. He got 29 yards that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Kelly to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 30.
And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Detroit. Hot.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll run for it with Marshall. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Keith Marshall with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Showing some grits and some guts going for it. Their 4th and goal, pounding it in.
And being rewarded for that confidence in the team, huh? The coach saying, let's go ahead and get this. And how about the guys up front firing out, finding a little bit of a crack for them to get through? Touchdown. I love it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now it's a Ajayi. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw is Garoppolo. Incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. Let's see if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. On 1st and 10, Kelly. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Off the play fake. Kelly. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go.
Kelly throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. That's fielded in the end zone. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 19. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This is Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Drops it off to Ajayi. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's Kelly. Off play action. Caught left side by Funchess. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Flushed out right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, it's Kelly. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Kelly. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Let's go.
Kelly now on first down. Kelly stripped. The ball is free.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Ardarius Stewart, and now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
It's caught on the left side by Kearse. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a first and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Funchess has it complete. And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Marshall. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Funchess. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. The Patriots, they have taken the lead late in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
I'm going to forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.